It started the moment I realized my tips didn't make sense. I worked the closing shift at a small cafe. Nothing fancy, just coffee, pastries, and a tip jar by the register. Normally the tips were decent. Not amazing, but enough that it made the shift worth it. But after a few weeks, I noticed something weird. Every time I worked with this one coworker, let's call him Derek, the tips were way lower. Like, suspiciously low. At first I thought maybe it was just slower nights. But then customers started saying things like, "Hey, I left a tip for you in the jar." And I'd look down and see almost nothing. One night I went to the back to grab milk, and when I came back, Derek was standing at the register with the tip jar in his hand. He jumped when he saw me. That's when it clicked. I didn't say anything right away. I didn't accuse him. I just watched. Over the next week, I noticed a pattern. Whenever things slowed down and no one was at the counter, Derek would casually reach over, tilt the jar, and pocket a few bills. My blood was boiling. But instead of blowing up and starting a huge argument, I did something better. I told the manager I thought the register camera might be slightly misaligned and asked if we could check it. The camera pointed directly at the counter and the tip jar. So a few days later, the manager calls both of us into the office. He pulls up the footage, and there it is. Crystal clear video of Derek reaching into the tip jar again and again and again. You could literally see him counting the bills before sliding them into his pocket. The room went completely silent. Derek tried to laugh it off and said something like, "Oh, I was just organizing the tips." The manager paused the video right on the frame where Derek stuffed cash into his hoodie. Then he said the calmest, coldest sentence I've ever heard. "You can organize them at home. You're done here." Derek got fired on the spot. And the best part, when the manager counted everything from the previous weeks, it turned out Derek had taken hundreds of dollars, so the manager split the recovered tips between the rest of the staff. That night, my share ended up being over $120, and when I dropped the cash into my wallet, I felt something amazing, not just relief,